Hello, Kid. Hi, Eduardo. Hi, Gabes.
Hello, Ruth. I'm from Mexico.
Oh, we have Mexico in the house. Hi, thank you for joining us.
Yes, I'm working in the house.
Perfect.
How are you?
Amazing, thank you, amazing. So we have the UK, we have Italy, ciao Luciano. We have Italy, we have Spain, the UK, we have the USA, we have Mexico. Amazing, thank you.
Yes, thank you. Congrats.
Right, thank you. We're just waiting for one of our, hi Sam. One of our key participants. Hilaria, could you please message Tinash and see if he's joining us? Thank you. So, Eduardo, would you mind? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Great. Okay then, everybody, let's go. So I'm going to share my screen with you. So let's see if everything is up and working well.
Ruth is coming, Tinash. He said that he wasn't able to jump in.
Ah, okay. It's probably because he probably came on a little bit too early. Okay, thank you. Right then, everybody. So thank you so much for joining me tonight on my Sunday evening, or wherever, or afternoon, for wherever you are joining us in the world. This is a new presentation and I am very nervous, so I apologize in advance if I make any major bloopers, but just have a giggle and enjoy. And I really do hope that you will get some value from this presentation. But thank you for being with us tonight. So the company that I am so honored and privileged to be partnered with nutrition is called Isogenics. And healthy change starts right here, wherever you are. So for me personally, the I in Isogenics stands for integrity. We remain steadfast in our commitment to always do the right thing the right way. Now, obviously, for legal reasons, we have disclaimers, earnings disclaimers, weight loss disclaimers, safety disclaimers, and health disclaimers. So no results are to be considered typical. We are human beings, we are beautifully unique, and everybody has different results, both in the business and in the health. So nothing is to be considered typical. And please remember that this is a food system. It's a holistic food system. So food and this system is not intended to either cure, diagnose, or treat any illness, disease, or condition. But we know that because the human body is the most beautiful and efficient piece of kit, that when we put great fuel into our bodies, amazing things happen and all the wheels start to spin as all the 11 systems in our body start to work in great synchronicity and start to work at their very, very best. So I'd just like to invite you to reflect a little bit on, are you living your best life? And if you aren't, why not? What is stopping you? We are all unique, and this is the only chance that we get at this life. It is not a dress rehearsal. So are you doing what you dreamt of doing when you were a child? If you could go back and do the things that you love doing, what do you need to do? What do you need more of in your life? Is it more love, more money, more freedom, more challenges, more achievements? What do you want to do? And you do not have to be a squashed or discounted version of yourself. because to me, the definition of success is being completely true to yourself and living a life where you live out your dreams and you live to your very best and highest potential, and get to the end of it, because we're all going to get to the end someday, with as few regrets as possible. So this is me. My name is Ruth, and I am English, made in Italy, and now living in Spain. And this is more or less, this is my life now. I am now living my ideal life in a warm country. I love nature, I love adventure, I love horses, I love food and nutrition and helping people. And I am now doing exactly what I want in my life, with the people that I want, when I want. This is me with my dog Freddie, who's my faithful companion. And on the right here, we have Freddie and Kiwi, because yes, the cats come on hikes here too. And in the middle here, this is a photo of me with Thomas, who's my son. And we work together in this business, although we're on different sides of the planet. Thomas lives in Australia and I'm in Spain, yet we get to work this amazing business together and spend time together every single day. But honestly, my life did not look like this 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I was a stressed, burnt out, frumpy, frustrated restaurant owner working 100 hours a week with no social life, no free time, and nothing. I couldn't see friends or family. All my life, all my time, all my money, all my energy was being poured into that business. And then I had a wake-up call. In April 2018, on the 1st of April, April Fool's Day, I was struck with a subarachnoid brain hemorrhage. The stats are that a third of people die right away, a third of people have a paralysis or lose one of their senses, and another third of people live to tell the tale. Thank God I lived to tell the tale with no lasting damage, I don't think. So, but that wasn't enough, because it wasn't enough to change my life. So what happened? 5 weeks after that, as I was getting my life back on track, I was diagnosed with stage 3 anal cancer. I could not believe it. I was healthy, I was okay, I had no symptoms. And it was, honestly, it was the most scary and awful time in my life. But I promised myself that if I was going to be okay, my life was going to change drastically. And that's exactly what we did. So fast forward 6 months later, we moved to Spain, and this is my life now. Our vision, this is our mission statement. Our vision is to impact world health and free people from physical and financial pain. And in the process, create the most trusted and respected health and wellness company in the world. I underline the most trusted and most respected. We don't want to be the biggest, because the biggest doesn't necessarily mean the best. If we go and Google who's the biggest restaurant in the world, it's McDonald's. And okay, I'm not judging, but not necessarily it's the best, right? Isagenix provides solutions for weight loss and weight management and weight gain, energy and performance, and financial wellness. So these usually are the problems that most people have. If you were to go and ask somebody what would they like to change if they had a magic wand in their life, or what would they like to really work on, an area where they wanted major change, it's going to be their health and their finances. These are things that we can change. So here are some examples of weight loss, and these lovely people were all finalists last year in the IsaBody Challenge, which we'll take a look at later. So this is no, I just want to underline the fact that these are real people, and you're going to be seeing some other real people tonight. These aren't photoshopped images just plucked out of the ether. So Isagenix, what is Isagenix? What's it all about, and what is all the hype? So Isagenix is based on 3 principles. 3 pillars, and this is where we start. The first one is balanced nutrition. So the main ingredient in the nutrition side is the isolene shake, and it is so different to anything else out there. It's clinically tested and supported with peer-related studies. It's clinically tested to aid weight loss while supporting lean muscle growth, which is very important because lean muscle growth makes sure that our metabolism is functioning correctly. It contains energy-fueling carbs, healthy fats, and undenatured whey and milk protein or plant-based protein. What is undenatured protein? So if you're taking any protein at all, which is milk or whey-based, if it doesn't say it's undenatured, it most likely isn't, because undenatured is grade 1 quality, and it comes from cows who are pasture-fed and who are not interfered with any chemicals, pharmaceuticals, or antibiotics of any kind. And it also contains 23 vitamins and minerals. So basically everything our body needs in one meal, which is so versatile. You can have on the go, and it tastes so good. Many flavors. The second pillar is intermittent fasting, which has become quite a trend nowadays, but it's been around since time began. So this is actually a supported intermittent fast, and Nourish for Life is the main tool in our kit for cleansing. We call it cleansing. So what does it do? It nourishes the body while supporting our body's own natural detoxification system. So basically it speeds up the detox process in our body and renews cellular activity. It's made with a unique blend of herbs, antioxidants, and plant botanicals. And it's a key feature that makes cleanse days very different from ordinary intermittent fasting or just skipping meals. Believe me, I've done it all in my experience as a nutritional advisor, from yogic salt cleansers to water cleansers. And this just feels beautiful. It tastes like a rich, red fruit tea. You can have it warm, you can have it on ice. It's really great, and you're never hungry, which is really unexpected, right, when you're fasting. And then, oh gosh, I need to time myself here because this is my absolute favorite product. Ionic Supreme is a botanical elixir, and it is Mother Nature's answer to well-being in a bottle. Mm-hmm. It has so many botanicals and targeted ingredients, especially adaptogens, that have been used for centuries to support physical and mental performance. So consumed daily, this helps us tackle the challenges of everyday life due to oxidative stress. And the amazing thing about the adaptogens that are contained in this, it sounds too good to be true, but you Google it afterwards. If you don't know what adaptogens are, they're ingredients like turmeric, ashwagandha, rhodiola, ginseng, ginger. And this contains so many of these adaptogens. And what adaptogens do, like their name suggests, it adapts to our mental and physical state. So if we need extra energy or we need extra concentration, we take this and it adapts and gives us just that. So if you're working on a project and you need some extra, oomph, some extra, cognitive performance, it does that. If you take it before a workout or before a run or something, it prepares your body and gives you that extra oomph. If you take it before you go to bed, it really relaxes you and allows you to fall into the deepest, most restorative sleep ever. It's amazing. So the nutritional system is based on shake days and cleanse days. And depending on what your health and body goals are, the shake and cleanse days are done differently. So a weight loss, 30 days, for example, looks very different to somebody who wants to gain lean muscle, or for somebody who's just doing it to boost and upgrade their health. So this is the Ionic Supreme diluted with water here on ice. This is just an example of a lovely strawberry superfood smoothie. These are some protein snacks. This is a meal. So yes, we do eat normal food, and I am one of the biggest foodies out there. As an ex-restaurant owner, a nutrition advisor, and a proper foodie, we really love our food. These are chocolates which contain green tea and an amino acid called phenylalanine, which helps to boost mood, and it also helps to curb cravings. So that's really cool. And then we have another shake. So like I said, it depends what your goals are as to how many shakes and how many meals you have a day. And then we have cleanse days. So on a cleanse day, we would have four servings of this spaced throughout the day, plus snacks and chocolates and things to keep blood sugar levels equal. And it's a nutritionally supported intermittent fasting with this Nourish for Life. And the benefits include weight loss. Even if you don't need to lose weight, what this does is it targets that visceral fat, which is the fat that surrounds our organs, and that is the dangerous, insidious fat, which causes problems, right? And that fat, in particular, is a great hiding place for toxins, bacteria, virus. So it's just a great, great tool, this is. So like we said before, it supports the body's own natural detoxification system, but speeds it up. And you can do up to 4 cleanse days a month, 1 a week, 2 back to back every fortnight, or some people like to do a mini cleanse every night. Let's have a look at the energy and performance. These are all Isogenics sponsored athletes, people who actually have their own business in Isogenics, and they're all athletes on a professional basis. The amazing thing about all of our products is that the products are sport certified, which means that any type of competition that you're in, it's great for all the anti-doping. So even if you're an Olympic athlete, you can take these products with the peace of mind that you are completely compliant with all anti-doping. So these are some of the energy and performance products. We have Amped Nitro here, which just enables you to push and get more out of your body. It's so good, and it contains targeted ingredients such as the amino acids arginine, creatine, beta-alanine, plus caffeine, vitamins, and so much more. And you take it about 15-30 minutes before training. And this is another great product which also we can use to enhance cognitive performance and concentration. It's really, really good. Amped Hydrate is a really super product, which is optimal hydration for peak performance. Now, why do we need electrolytes and B vitamins? These we lose automatically when we sweat, and we start to dehydrate. When we start to dehydrate, it's already too late. It means that our nerves aren't functioning correctly. And that's why people feel faint, and they feel dizzy, and they feel tired and fatigued. Some people swear by water. Oh, water is enough. But it isn't, because although we need water, we need those electrolytes and B vitamins that we've lost in sweat. They need to be replaced right away because our system needs them. We can't afford to wait 4, 6, 8 hours until we've digested a meal to replace all those elements that we've lost. And then we have Amped post-workout, which really helps our body to ease DOMS, which are delayed onset muscle soreness. Consumed within a window of 30 minutes after training, it really does help you to be less sore, and it allows your muscles to be more defined quicker, which is great, right? Now, these people, again, are all real people that we know. These are some shots from all over the world, before and afters. As you can see, people of all ages, people who have weight loss, muscle gain, great health. And what I always say is that however swept away you could be by somebody's before and after photos and somebody's transformation, the very best one that you will ever see is what you experience in your own skin and you see in your own mirror. So let's go and have a look at the ISA Body Challenge, which is this amazing challenge of 16 weeks for anyone who wants to have a go at achieving their health goals. The challenge is simply against yourself to help you to become a better version than who you were yesterday. And that's what we all want, right? So there's no obligations, and you don't have to train so hard. You don't have to do this. All you need to do is open an account, use the health food, and start this challenge with yourself. And then what happens? You could be in with a chance to win a lot of money. Now, this is my son, Thomas, and this is his before and after photo. Pretty impressive, right? Now, Thomas actually went on to win the Australian ISA Body Challenge, and he won 19,000 Australian dollars for winning. And then he was flown to the USA, where he went on to win the global prize, and that's the moment, one of the proudest moments of my life. And he went on to win 50,000 American dollars. So all this just for getting into the best shape of his life. And that could be you. Thomas actually put on 12 kilos of lean muscle and lost visceral fat. He's so happy now and so healthy. So we've got some special guests on tonight who are going to share their stories. Again, different backgrounds, different stories, and let's welcome the first one on. So I have the pleasure tonight of welcoming Tinash, who I love dearly. Tinash, I met when I was in hospital in Cambridge, Addenbrooke's, when I had my subarachnoid brain hemorrhage. Tinash is a specialist nurse, and he's a really great guy. And so I like to find a silver lining in every dark cloud. So out of that subarachnoid brain hemorrhage experience, Tinash came into my life, which I'm very grateful for. Tinash, would you like to share your story?
Awesome. Thank you very much. That was very interesting. Thank you for the introduction. First of all, I just want to say for everyone who's here, thank you very much for taking your time to be here with us. You know, I value time, and I value your time. Time is precious. You know, you can have more money, but you can't have more time. Some of you could have been with your families. You could have been doing some more important things, but you've chosen to be here. I just want to say thank you for that. So I'm just going to share my story. So before Isogenics, as you had, I'm a nurse by background. So I was this young man, you know, I was working a lot of hours. I was working 60, 70 hours a week. You know, I never had really time to look after myself. Like, you know, it was all about just chasing the money, chasing after the money. Like, but I was forgetting who I was. I was forgetting to look after myself. And I wasn't sleeping properly. I used to sleep 4 hours a day, and I was living on unhealthy habits. I was living on takeaways. I was eating McDonald's, Burger King. That was my life. It came to a point where literally my health just crashed, and I lost my identity, and it opened a lot of problems. You know, I was so stressed. I had more anxiety, and I was struggling to sleep. You know, I don't know if you've ever like experienced, you know, when a computer just crashed, you know, that's literally what happened to my life. Like all of a sudden I just crashed, and there was just like a panic. And luckily one day when I was working, I was looking after Ruth, and I remember the first time I saw her, she was just eating this bowl of salad, and she was one of my patients. I've never really seen any of my patients eating any salad in the hospital. And I'm just like, why is it that you're eating that big bowl of salad? So I was more curious and interested. And then we started connecting, and then she introduced me to her son. So I remember, like, you know, at the start, like I was so skeptical to start the system. You know, I thought it was too expensive. I didn't really know much about the whole system. But then I was just like, you know what, let me just give it a go. I realized there was a 30-day money guarantee reset. I was like, what do I have to lose? So I started taking the products. And I remember on my first week, you know, it was like a light switch had been turned on. Like, you know, my energy levels, they'd shifted. Like, it was the first time I ever felt so good in my body, just in general. And like, I started to fall in love with myself again. My mental clarity was so much better. Like for the first time, like I you know, like I was experiencing a lot of mental health problems, and I could feel my mental clarity had shifted, had changed. I was able to sleep better. I was suffering from anxiety. My anxiety went down. So for me, like this was it was a game changer, like, you know, having this transformation of health. And I'd lost so much weight because I was so stressed. I lost about 6-7 kgs, and I was struggling. I tried so many diets, so many shakes, but nothing was ever working. You know, I was even blaming myself in my genetic. I'm like, you know what? I will never gain weight. Like, you know, and what's good about this system is you can make it whatever it is, whether you want to lose weight, gain weight, or just to live the healthy lifestyle. Um, since now I've been on the system, I've gained about 8 kgs of lean masses. And I love the cleansing. The cleansing is very, very good for like mental clarity, and just getting rid of the toxics inside your body. So like for better energy, sleeping much more better. Um, it's so good. But now, like, what excites me the most is, you know, just, you know, making the impact, you know, because I know like a lot of people are struggling, a lot of my friends are struggling. Everyone is always saying, oh, I'm tired. All my friends always say I'm tired, like I'm stressed. And then we've got all these solutions that I've experienced, and I'm so excited about what this system can do to other people. And the what even excites me more is, you know, you can make a business out of this. And you know, I wasn't educated more about, you know, about business, like in terms of like, you know, creating a wealthy, and you know, you can create a legacy with this company. And you know, now like I don't have to be working 60 or 70 hours because we get to work as a team. We leverage each other, like, you know, you're not in this together. So instead of having one person doing 60 or 70 hours, each person just does an hour. And you know, we can do more hours by leveraging everyone's team. So yeah, now I've got more time to spend time with my family, my mom. I even know how to cook. I don't even know how to cook. I love the health lifestyle. And it's just so good. And just earning that money, like earning about, you know, creating that passive income. And I don't have to worry about my future now because I know I'm creating a legacy with this company. You know, I don't have to worry about my kids to come. And it's just so exciting.
You
Yeah.
are creating a legacy, Tinash. You're helping so many people, impacting more lives than you do as a nurse. Thank you so much for sharing your story. That's so powerful. Thank you.
Awesome.
Right, next up we have the Italian beauty Ilaria. Ilaria, like myself, lives in Spain. Ilaria, please, would you like to share your story?
Hi, Ruth. Thank you. Thank you for introducing me. Yes, of course. Well, what happened with me is that I moved in Spain in September, and I started a new job. I was in a new place, and I was writing the dissertation for master that I did. So I was having like a lot of activities during the day, and before isogenics, I couldn't cope. I didn't have enough energy to cope with everything I was doing, and I was sleep deprived. My immune system was down. So, and the worst thing is that actually I was already eating healthy, and I was going to the gym, and I was trying like all different kind of supplements that I used to buy from the pharmacy, and I literally had no results. So luckily I knew Thomas, and I know him since 10 years because we worked together in United States. And in the last 5 years, I was following him on social media, and I saw his amazing results. So I was like, really, I want to know what he's using. And so I started the program, and just after starting, I immediately experienced the benefits, such as I could sleep an average of 8 hours per night, sorry. I had pain due to muscle contraction on my shoulder, and this disappeared. I had more energy and experienced better mood. I also experienced results in my body composition, as you could see from the picture. I mean, this wasn't my final goal, but it came along thanks to the good nutrition. And right now I feel more fit, I'm more defined, I've stopped my evening cravings, and I also have more mental clarity. And while before I always had the feeling of being stoned, also if I didn't drink. So I'm really excited about the future actually, because I fully share the vision of this company, and I know that can impact the people health, because I'm experiencing this myself, and also is giving us an opportunity to create an extra income. And due to the situation, this is like the best place to be, honestly. So thank you
Again,
very much, Ruth. Thank you.
thank you so much, Ilara. And I know that you're impacting lives all over the world. You're doing a great job. Thank you so much for sharing. Next up, we have a really incredible lady who's joining us from California tonight. Envy there, right? And her name is Basia. She is an absolutely incredible human being, and I'm just so blessed to have her in my life now. Basia, would you like to share your story?
You know, I would love to share my story, and I'm just so moved by the way that we connected, and that's a whole nother story that we don't have time for right now, but
Yeah.
I will say that I'm really grateful to have been invited on this call today, because today, as the moms on this call know, it's Mother's Day in Europe, and in the United States, it's Bereaved Mothers Day here in the United States. And I was introduced to Isagenix, to the 30-day reset system, about a year after the sudden death of my son, my adult son, Richard. And at that time, as you can imagine, my world was absolutely shattered. My joy was destroyed. The stress that I carried in my body, I have a psychology background. I was a therapist before I moved to Southern California to live near my adult son, thinking these were going to be the best days of our lives ahead. And instead he died. And I knew that from my psychology background that the body takes an enormous hit with grief, and I could feel it in myself. I knew that the stress hormones convert to cortisol, and that I was carrying this. And that's the picture of 2015. So he passed in 2014. This was 2015. And I just attributed it to getting older. And I'm definitely getting older, but I attributed that weight gain to, that's just life, because that's what everyone had told me. You know, that's what happens in life. You just get older and, you know, things start aching and blah, blah, blah. What happened was I put out to the universe, you know, I said it out loud to my friends, I'm looking for a cleanse. And what ended up coming was I asked the question, and a day later, I was walking with a neighbor who had an answer. She had a solution that was not something that was disgusting, because I had done cleanses before, and they were like, just the thought of it at that time made me gag. Like the last thing I could do was drink enormous amounts of lemon juice with molasses and cayenne pepper or something like that. Oh, so she said, you know, I'm trying she just started this program, you know, you might be interested in this. And at the time, I guess because I was so cracked open, my heart was so just broken open, that what I noticed was that, like, if I put out a question or a need, there was the answer, and I was going to go with it. I was going to trust it because I trusted her. So I thought I can do anything for 30 days. And actually, the idea of 30 days, the structure of 30 days was appealing to me, because my life was just, I didn't know what was up and what was down. So structure, this is what you do, this is what you do then, was a good thing for me. And the idea that I could cleanse in there and help my body reduce inflammation and rid itself of toxins was really appealing. Within 2 weeks of being on this, it was like a light bulb came on in my brain. It was like, we talk about in grief, I'm a grief counselor now. In grief, we talk about the grief brain. And like, you know, you're standing in a room like, I don't even know why I'm standing in here. I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't even know where I'm going. I don't even, you know, those kinds of things. And I got some mental clarity. My humor came back within 2 weeks of starting the program. And that really caught my attention. Then I knew, okay, I need to really understand what's in this stuff. I trusted my friend, and I knew that she wouldn't recommend something that was, you know, harmful. or that was not at least solid company. But then I started doing the research because I'm that kind of a person. And what I found was over and over and over and over again that this company has the real deal. And it's easy to follow. It's affordable because it is, it's in that marketplace of being an affordable setup. So I kept going. I just kept going. I thought, well, if I feel so good now, why would I want to stop? So I know that your story, Ruth, just really touches me because my son would be in this with me. I know he would because he and I we did activities together, hiking and biking and paddle boarding and all these things that he loved so much. So I know he would be in it, and I'm so grateful that I'm able to say that I can actually have joy in seeing you and your son, and I'm not feeling the bitter about that. I'm feeling the love of my son that I have in my heart, and he's with me in this journey as I share it with other grief parents that are in grief. He's with me, so that makes me really happy. So thank you so much.
Wow, that's just, thank you so much for sharing this with us, Basia. It's hard to move on from this, but thank you so much for sharing your story. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you. You are so special. So we need to wrap up pretty quickly now. So I'm going to rush through the next few slides. But let me just say, I'm not going to go into too much of the financial side of it now, but we do know that about 80%, not just of UK, but Europe, we struggle to make payday. And it's a common thing. Everybody is looking for ways to get through the month better and to have a better lifestyle. So it says about 16 million in the UK alone have a side hustle. And because of what we're experiencing right now, that has to be online because of the social distancing and everything. So we're so lucky to have this. And network marketing, which is our business model, the great benefits are that it's location independent and you have no caps on your income. Let me repeat that. There are no caps on your income. Your limits you set yourself, and it's a level playing field for everybody. So somebody who joins us tonight can be earning more than somebody who's been in the business for 5 years. It's just so good. So Isagenix was founded in 2002. It's a family business. We are in 16 countries and expanding. And we literally, what we do is we refer products to friends. And every time we help somebody with their health, Isagenix pays as a bonus, and it's absolutely incredible. And the community is something that really, really empowered me, and it was unexpected. I came in for the products and I came in for the money. I was not expecting to make all the amazing friends that I've made in here. Oops, sorry. So I'm going to leave you with this. What if the best of your life is yet to come? All phases of life call for a healthy change. We're